everyone, and I'm back with the numerology reading for December 2018. 2018 plus 12 of December adds up to a 50. So that's 10 times 5, and 5 is related to Mercury. So if you have a Mercury very prominent in your chart, make sure you check it out. It amounts to a lot of major changes in your life. Now the changes will be really huge, as I said in my last tarot reading video. Even the tarot says that. And the change is going to be in your job, your business, making of contracts, marriages, engagements. I feel it's engagements because it's a 2-year and a 3-month, so I feel it's more of engagements. But then I know that after 15th of December a lot of marriages are going to take place, at least in India. And other than that, of course, it's party time since it's Christmas time, so there is going to be a lot of parties happening, a lot of drinks flowing, and of course that leads to a lot of other things. I'll come to that. So I feel there is also going to be people who would want to renovate their home, shift their home, maybe even shift cities. It depends on what are the prominent other numbers in their chart. You're going to be traveling for weddings. There are going to be weddings, as I said, for work, and people who have prominent 8 in their chart, they will shift home or shift jobs for the purpose of work or their business. As far as health is concerned, the elders need to take care of their health, get a regular checkup done. If you don't have a medical insurance, please make sure that you have one. Weight gain, definitely, with a 50 and a 5 number usually brings a weight gain, unless your Jupiter is it's in a nice place in your chart where it does not give you weight gain. It depends on that also, but basically a 5 usually brings weight gain. So when you party, keep a check on what you eat, how much you drink. Don't go overboard, and be regular with your exercises, be regular with your health routine, your spa, your body massage, your look after your body. That's the first step of self-love. I feel with people who have a prominent 8 in their chart, you may face some fractures, so be a little careful with a 7, 9 or 5 combination, or a 7, 8 or 5 combination. I believe it brings fractures. So be careful about that. And accidents, of course, if a 9 and 5 prominent in your chart, there are chances at this point of accidents. So as I said, party season, drive safe, do not drink and drive, take care of your health. The bars are going to do well. There's going to be a lot of business for them, but since it's all about drinking and partying, make sure you do not harm your liver. So if you're going to eat, if you're going to drink, make sure you eat the right food with it and before it, so that your liver is safe. Career and job. So as far as your career, your business, your job is concerned, there's going to be shift, there's going to be changes. A lot of people may end up giving up their jobs at the click of a finger. There may also be promotions for some, depending on what their current numbers are, personal numbers are. So the reading that I'm doing is a collective reading, for universal reading for everyone, but depending on what your personal numbers are, for which you can always take a personal reading from me, there may be different kinds of changes. For some, they may give up a job, some may end up changing their career completely from one field to the other, and trust me, a lot of people do that. Something you can't even imagine, somebody being 20 years in a business suddenly gives that all up. I mean, maybe everything may be doing beautifully well, but they would suddenly decide that, okay, now it's time, I follow my passion, I follow what my heart wants to do. So, and yeah, promotions and expansions. So 5 is the number of the Hierophant in tarot, and I generally associate the numerological association of tarot and numerology combined together. So I feel there's going to be a lot of contracts being made, which could mean expansions, which could mean companies merging, which could mean companies selling off, like completely closing down. I mean, if they have to do that, if they have to sell off to someone, there has to be some kind of a contract. Contracts also mean weddings. We'll come to that when we do relationships. So as far as business is concerned, trading, stock market, sales, marketing, people in these fields would do really well. As we saw in the tarot reading, the King of Pentacles and a lot of pentacle energy, but for some people it may not work, as the tarot reading said. So that is the reason I said in that reading also, watch, analyze, be patient, but keep your eyes open and your minds open to whether or not it is working for you. Dancers, singers, yes, definitely. Singers, actors, events. But more so, I would say dancers would do well. Event companies would probably get a lot of business. So that's about career. Now we come to relationships. Generally, when you see a lot of fives around, you know, angel number fives, I always associate it with breakups. There is some kind of a breakup happening, but that breakup doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad phase. It could mean relationships at work, it could mean personal relationships, it could mean relationships in the house, at home, your relationships with your family. That breakup basically could also mean evolving to a higher plane, learning from your relationships, learning what is it that you've done wrong and what is it that you need to do. Arguments, because it is a 3-month of a 2-year. So a lot of arguments, misunderstandings, debates, especially in the first week of December, which will end up happening because you tend to express yourself. Number 3, which is December, is all about expressing yourself. And number 2, I associate it with the other half, your partner, your spouse, your close friends, your inner circle. So you do express, I'm not saying don't, but try and do it in a softer manner. Try and do it to make the other person understand. Try and do it assertively instead of aggressively. Marriage, engagements, I don't know why I feel people will suddenly decide to get married at the drop of a hat, and overnight they will want to, some people may even elope. And yes, engagements, yes. Other than that, ceremonies and religious things happening, you know, like puja and havans. So a lot of people may want to do that. And if your relatives are doing that out of the city, you may happen to travel to attend those ceremonies, like I said earlier. Pilgrimage, yes, because it's a Hierophant month. I feel the people may travel for pilgrimage sites. Also, I feel since it is a month of breakups, it also means that somebody new is going to come into your life, and maybe that other person is better for you. That is the reason you'll end up breaking up with the previous one. So expect to meet a lot of people, go out, party. This is a month of parties. Number 5 is a number of parties and enjoying yourself. So definitely don't sit at home and then complain that you haven't met anybody. Go out, meet new people, make friends. It's also a number of friendships. Cultivate new friends. You know, you may just grow out of certain friendships and move on to newer ones. There's no harm in that. Everybody does that. That's part of life. I get this intuition somehow that try not to wear green and blue. Try not to wear yellow. I feel white, orange and pink should be more the color of the month. This is what I got. And on a larger scale, on a universal scale, I think this number 5, this number 50 is going to affect cities in a big way, which number up to a number 5. Like, for example, Mumbai. Mumbai's total is a number 5, according to Pythagorean numerology. So city, I think even Goa is 5. So cities like this, whose numerology adds up to a 5, they are going to be affected at a big time. A lot of changes which will chart the course for the future. Overhaul in multinational companies and the political scene, I think so. Dissolving of some companies, merging of some companies, we already covered that. As far as nature, Mother Earth is concerned, as I also said in my tarot reading when I saw the star card, it brought to me snowstorms, hail, cyclones, whirlwinds, with countries which have a 9 and 5 strongly in their chart. It may lead to volcanoes or earthquakes, affecting the topography of the country, of the land. So be prepared, get your insurances done, and take care of yourself. Don't worry, because from what I see, also the star card says that we are all blessed financially, relationship wise, and come on, I mean, this is the last year of the month and we are to go on to 2019, which is going to be a fantastic year. If you don't know, my new show has already started today on Tata Sky, on Dish TV, on the Airtel Fire Stick, and on the channels of Astrology, Jyotish Dunya, the 24/7 Astrology channel. So log on to that. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to that. My new show is all about how 2019 is going to work out for us in every manner. So of course I will be up here on Facebook and Instagram and the social media, but that is something which is already on air. It's going to be aired during the week also, but every weekend is the new show. So make sure you keep updated with that. See you, take care.